One thing we're going to cover today is double unders, and double unders are something that is very hard to teach. You can't really teach someone timing too well, but what we can teach are the basic principles of a double under and stuff you can walk away with and actually try it and develop and learn in your own time. So Chris is now going to demonstrate a double under. The double under is for every single jump we're going to pass the rope under our feet twice. So Chris is firstly going to start by showing us single skips. Then he's going to go from single skips to double skips. You'll notice the difference in speed, you'll notice the difference, you'll hear the difference in the rope, it'll hit twice underneath him for every time he jumps once. And also you'll see the difference in the height in which he jumps. He has to jump slightly higher to enable that rope to pass under his feet twice for every one jump. So let's go through double under. The singles first, then go to double under. So these are our single skips, okay, and then going into double under. Lovely, and relax there, perfect. So there's a few things we can make sure we do to make sure we are consistent in our double unders. One will be the grip. Now, if Chris has got he's got the longer handle rope, okay, but sometimes you get your shorter ropes. But all the time you're going to make sure you've got a nice loose grip on that rope. Okay, you're never going to want to hold on to this rope for dear life. It's only light and you're not going to lose it. Okay, so make sure.
Come show it again.
Yeah.
That's it.
So one thing we need to make sure when handling this rope is to have a nice loose grip on that rope. And notice how I haven't got a solid grip on that thing. Okay. It's only light, we're not going to lose it, so you need to make sure you've got a nice loose grip and therefore we're keeping the forearms nice and loose. We haven't got that tension in the forearm while we're holding on to it. It's not like we're holding on to a barbell. Second thing we're going to look at is the actual position of Chris's hands. So when Chris sets up for his double under, just adopt a stance as if you were literally going to set up. So notice now, Chris has got his elbows nice and close to his body and the hands are by his hips, but they're just in front, okay? And these hands are pretty much going to stay in this position the whole time. What Chris isn't going to do is start to pull the rope out wider and the elbows out wider, okay? Because now all of a sudden Chris is doing, he's shortening the length of his rope and increasing the chance of catching on his feet. So he's going to keep those elbows in nice and close, and he's going to keep the hands where they are in this position by the hip. If we turn Chris side on, we can see from the side that the hands are just slightly in front of him, ever so slightly. We don't want to be here when we are skipping, okay? Now, we're going to sort of cover the jump quickly. Just take the rope here. So what we're going to do first is take the rope away from Chris, and we're going to look at his jump. So Chris's jump is going to jump a 2-footed takeoff and a 2-footed landing. And when he jumps, just jump up and down as if you're doing double unders. Okay, he's nice and light on the balls of his feet, the heels just touch, and watch how the hip rises the whole time. Now jump for me, but don't jump higher than when it was higher. Do you know what I mean? Yep. What we don't want to see, what we normally see is this, where we drive the heels back with donkey kick, but we're not actually jumping any higher. And this is a lot harder to do because it becomes very quad dominant. And our quads are going to get worn out very quickly. Driving here, hamstrings are going to get super tight because we're pulling the heels back all the time. Whereas if we go back to Chris's first jump, the correct way to do it, we are keeping everything engaged and we're just driving off the balls with the feet, keeping nice and consistent in that jump. Most people fail double unders. They can probably get one or two, but after that they fail because they're not consistent in their jump. So what Chris is going to demonstrate for us now is how people will hit one double under, get a bit excited, land like an elephant, and then not be able to get off the floor quick enough for that rope to come through for the second time. Okay? Good. So what we saw there was a good high jump. We initiated the first double under very well, the positioning was very good in his body, but what we didn't see was consistency in that jump. So now we need to make sure we're consistent in our jumps. Just do a few for us. And watch the difference, okay? He hits that first one and he's remaining nice and light on that feet. He's land heavy. He lands like an elephant, he's going to stop because all the momentum in his jump is now gone. Last point on the cover is to stay relaxed. Regulate your breathing. If you hold your breath or become a cardboard cutter and literally hold a rigid position, you're not going to be able to do this. So just get a bit excited, go stiff, and just lose it.
Go super excited.
Just lose it basically, yeah. So people do a double under, they literally just go nice and quick, and then all of a sudden they get too stiff and they hit themselves and just whip yourself. Yes. Good, absolutely good. Okay, so, and this is where I ask Chris if he whips himself because people normally catch and you find they've got whip marks all over their arms. When I first started, I used to get them all up my body and on my face a lot. So just get a bit excited, stiffen up, and all of a sudden the rope would smash my toe, bounce up and hit me. Okay. So we need to make sure that our jump's nice and consistent. If we're relaxed, we're going to stay relaxed in our jump, we're going to stay relaxed in our breathing, and we're going to make sure we stay nice and consistent with our double unders. The timing is something you have to work on. I cannot teach you timing. You have to just get hold of a rope and just spend a lot of time doing it. But one way we can get into double unders very quickly is by just doing a couple of single skips. And then what Chris is going to do is slowly skip down but jump higher in his single skips. So jump high and slowly skip down. Now, the jump's consistent, the rope speed is consistent, and all Chris is going to do is speed up the rope with this and introduce doubles. If Chris can only do 1 or 2 at a time, he'll do 1 or 2 single skips, then a double. 1 or 2 single skips, then a double. Oh, not like that.
Oh my God!
Not like that. 1 or 2 single skips, then a double. 1 or 2 single skips, then a double. Good. And then you can gradually introduce another double under, so he starts linking them slightly, and then over time he's just going to keep working in the same manner until he gets his double unders consistently and he can hit a lot of them. That is the double under.